Today we'll be speaking once again on the dark history of the Democratic Party. But before I jump into this, I want to ask my white viewers a question. Do you think that many people in your community today suffer from historical psychological trauma? Now hold that question, and I need you to listen and really watch this video until the end and then answer that question for me and also answer it for yourself. If you watch my previous videos, you do know that I speak on the massacres that happened to black Republicans all over the South by the hands of the Democratic Party. But today I want to switch that up, and I want to give a spotlight to a certain person. This certain person was Alexander Boyd. Alexander Boyd was a white Republican prosecutor of his time out in Alabama. Alexander Boyd did something that many at the time refused to do, and that was to hold white supremacy accountable. See, he helped black Republicans, but he took it very far, y'all, and before he passed away, before he was taken out, he was preparing cases to prosecute Triple K members for terrorizing black Republicans. And for that, it cost him his life. March 31st, 1870, there were about 30 to 50 Triple K members who surrounded Boyd's hotel. They attempted to drag him out of there to publicly wrap that noose around his neck. He fought back and he fought back, but he wasn't successful. They ended up giving him 2 shots to the head, and they also dragged him to the courthouse where they tied that noose around his head and pulled him up in front of everybody to send out a message. The message was to white people. It was to show that if you attempt to stand or protect black Republican power, you will die. See, at that time, black people in the South joined the Republican Party because the Republican Party was the party of civil rights, emancipation, and freedom. It was also the party of Lincoln. And that terrified white Democrats. And it terrified them so much that they created these white militias. One that you all probably know, which is the Triple K. The other is the Red Shirts. If you are not familiar with the Red Shirts were almost the assassins of the militia created by the Democratic Party. Primarily created to cause destruction and end any black Republican power. And they were very successful at this in the South. They didn't just target blacks, they target whites as well. And they sent messages all throughout white communities that if you help these people, we will take your life. See, it wasn't about race. See, they just teaching us that it was about race, but it wasn't about race. It was actually about political power. And that trauma, it runs very deep, not just for black Americans, but for also white Americans. Whole towns and cities, y'all, learned if you stand with black power, you will die. So remember that question I asked you, white Americans. Do you think today, from your ancestors seeing that, do you think you distance yourself away from black Americans when you really want to help? Because we see in history, a lot of your ancestors was attacked as well, especially in the South. That trauma runs deep, y'all. We're going to start fixing it. We're going to start telling the truth. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, Please comment and let me know what you think about it. Please share this history. We need to get this real history out. This is the history that they are trying to suppress so much. Please stay tuned for some amazing things I have coming as well. Thank you and have a great Monday.